My name is Jake and I'm about to create a brand new mobile detailing business from scratch. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can follow the journey. Okay, first off, I just want to go over a little bit about me and what I've accomplished in my life. I'm actually 28 years old. I live on the East Coast in America, and I sold multiple businesses, one being an e-commerce business that wasn't very large. But my main business, which was actually my last business, was an Airbnb cleaning business, okay? And I managed alongside with my wife over 20 employees, and we built that business from the ground up in 19 months and ended up selling it on the 19th month for multiple six figures, okay guys? So I wanna try to do that right now, again, with this mobile detailing business. But I'm gonna try to help you guys along the way so you guys can go out there and make your own business. And if it's mobile detailing, then perfect. Just follow the course of what I'm about to do. First off, when starting a business, you wanna make sure you have a good game plan, okay? So what I like to do is write all my ideas down on a marker board, like the one behind the table back there. That's one for another business. I'm also a real estate agent, but that's a whole different topic. What I've already done in terms of the business is I've done a lot of research already, okay? So I got on YouTube and just started searching up how to create this business, okay? And I recommend if you're starting a business, go ahead and use the internet, use YouTube University. It's free. There's so much information out there. The thing is, you just have to search for it, okay? You can pay for guides, pay for courses, all those things, but at the end of the day, you know, you can do it on your own, especially if you're limited on funds. Okay, so for this business, what am I doing? I want to go over that first, okay? So I'm having a strict budget, okay? I know some of you guys might not have a large budget like what I'm going to be starting with, but I plan on, you know, growing this kind of faster than just, you know, somebody who just is brand new into the world of business. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a $5,000 budget, okay? I want to try to stay under that as much as possible. So in this business, it's not super expensive to start this business, okay? You can get away with $500 or less, okay? And actually, that's what I did with my last business, my Airbnb cleaning business. And if you have questions about that, feel free to, you know, comment any questions. I'm happy to answer it. But for this business, mobile detailing business, I'm actually going to be using my Tesla that we just got about 6 months ago. And it's a Model Y Tesla 2023. There's a lot of space in this vehicle, which is, you know, one main reason why we purchased it, because me and my wife, we have 2 kids. By the way, guys, I'm doing this business by myself without the help of my wife. She's not going to be there day to day helping me. She does help me along the way with like building the logo and other things that she specializes in, creating the business name and things like that. And we've already decided on the business name, but I didn't do that. She did it. She's more creative when it comes to words and stuff. So, you know, if you have a friend or a family member like that, make sure to take advantage of that, because that will save you a lot of time. Before, you know, I knew her talents, I would think of a business name for days and it wouldn't come to me. You know, there's so many different options and it's hard to choose for me. But for her, it's like, this is a good name and we're going to use this, so let's go ahead and use this name. But guys, so yes, research what products you need. For this business, like I said, I don't need a lot, but I am going to buy, you know, a complete setup, a 30-gallon tank with a nice electric pressure washer. All of the equipment is going to be going in my Tesla, and this is going to be a completely 100% mobile business, which is really cool. I never knew you could do that, but this is a challenge I'm excited to take on, so let's get it. So what are some other things that we actually have to take into account other than our budget, right? What equipment are we going to need? Like I said, I know we need a pressure washer, the water tank. We're going to need a generator, okay? Because I want this thing to be completely mobile. I don't want to have to rely on the customer at all, and that means we're open to more business, because if someone's in a parking garage or an area that's secluded and there's no electric or water, we can still go out there and get the job done, okay? This business is gonna be a little bit tricky because I am kind of more in a rural area. I'm not in a big city like Los Angeles or Miami. However, I am gonna be commuting to other areas around me like Charleston, Savannah, those areas are somewhat near me, so I am going to be driving out that way to make sure this business, gets cash flow, right? What's the next step? Well, buying the equipment, right? What I'm actually going to do tomorrow is I'm going to wake up early, as always, because I have 2 children. I'm going to have to take them to school. Right when I drop them off, I'm scheduling about 3 hours of time to go around to like Lowe's, Harbor Freight, and just make sure I'm getting the right setup, okay? Because there's other things that I have to get. I have to get wood for a base to drill in my reels for my hoses. I'm gonna get that for the back of my car, and then I have to get waterproof sealant for the wood, paint for the wood. I have somebody else who's also building me a logo right now as we speak. I spent $90 on a logo and some initial marketing for the business. $90 is, I used Fiverr. That's what I used for my last business, and man, it was a success. By the way, just a heads up, I did have over 20 employees with that business, built it zero to $70,000 a month was our max month in 19 months, and sold it for multiple 6 figures. And there was so many learning things in that business that I had no idea about when I initially started. I wish I recorded it all because I could have helped so many people, and that's the game changer with what I'm doing now. I'm going to be recording everything for you guys as entertainment or learning purposes, or however you guys want to take it. Another thing we have to think about also is business license, insurance, or LLC, or if you're doing a corporation, or however you want to set up your entity. We have to get those things because we want to be official, which is why my budget is a little higher as well, because those things cost money. Luckily, I already have an LLC. I have multiple LLCs, but I'm going to be using my old LLC, and I was thinking about doing a DBA, which is doing business as, but I can't do that in South Carolina because they don't have DBAs, which I didn't actually know. So I'm going to be changing the name, which I've already submitted it on Bizee, which used to be Inkfile. They're rebranding. It costs a couple $100, so not as expensive as a brand new LLC, but it's still, $300. That's no joke. And by the way, you guys can do this all for a lot cheaper on your state website. Okay, so you don't have to use a big corporation like Bizee or Inkfile or LegalZoom. You don't have to use those. They're just for people who don't mind spending the extra money. You don't have to worry about it, stress-free, which is why I do it, because since the beginning of me getting into business, that's what I've done. All right, guys, I want to tell you why I'm actually starting this business. Like I said before, I am a licensed real estate agent. I have been for the last 5 months. But in all honesty, I am more of a service-driven type of entrepreneur rather than a sales-driven entrepreneur. What does that mean? So with real estate, I didn't realize it was mainly cold calling, guys. And what I mean by that is I'm on a dialer, which is a different number on the computer. You can do it on your phone, I'm sure too, but I use my computer and it would call numbers. You can get a single dialer, a multi-line dialer, which I've used both, but it calls people and they pick up, and it's a random person. You don't know who they are. And you have to try to convince them to sell their house, or if it's what they call an expired listing, they tried to sell the property but they couldn't, you have to convince them to work with you, and for whatever XYZ. Well, I've realized over the last 5 months that is not what I am very good at. Of course, I'm still going to be pursuing that because it is a goal for me to be good at real estate. And I want to invest in real estate property as well. So having my license is just beneficial for that. But in the meantime, I need to bring income in for my family. So I'm not using the money we've saved up with for my daily living, right? So that's kind of what's driven me to start a new business. And I thought about a bunch of other different businesses, but I love cars, as you can tell with my sign back there. And I have a Tesla, and I used to have a Subaru. I'm really into cars, and I would not mind detailing cars. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to be doing it forever, right? I'm going to be delegating. I'm going to be hiring. I'm going to be building a business, right? And that's one thing you guys have to remember when you're building your business is It's hard at the start to think like this, but have the mentality that you're going into the business, yeah, to learn it. That's why I'm doing this stuff first, to learn it. But then as soon as I can, as soon as I start getting enough clients and customers, I'm going to be looking to hire someone ASAP, right? And once you hire people, that's going to take a lot of the stress off of you so you can put more focus on actually building your business, right? Because as a business owner, you don't want to start a business to have a job. You want to start a business to build something greater than a job, okay? And a lot of entrepreneurs and new business owners, and even long-time business owners, they're still working in their business, like working, like doing the job. Like maybe they have one employee, maybe they don't have any employees. So at the end of the day, I know that's not why I'm building this. I'm building this to build it into a real automated business. And guys, I want to share with you a huge resource that I used in building my last business and what I'm going to be using to build my new mobile detailing business. And this was a huge game changer for me, because what I've learned about being in business, and I listen to a lot of motivation and people who have had successful businesses, and what they say is success leaves clues, right? So what does that mean? That means someone's been in your place, in your shoes, where you're at right now, and they've already made it to the top, right? And now that we have resources like YouTube, they've posted about it to share, just like how I'm trying to do with you guys. They've shared it on YouTube and on the internet to help you. So you go use those resources, okay? And one resource is called Upflip. UPFLIP, Upflip. It's this amazing YouTube channel where they go around to other successful businesses. And this is mainly on the West Coast. I think it was in Seattle was the main area. But they go around to all these other businesses and talk to the owner and ask the best questions ever to figure out how they were successful. Because some of these business owners, they started with nothing, like $500, or some of them less than that. And now they're hundreds of thousands or even $1 million businesses. And what I did was I followed this guy to the T almost and kept rewatching it. And not just this resource, there was other resources as well, because you always want to be learning and you pick and choose what you want to add to your business. So I went all over the place and kind of figured out how I wanted to build my business. But Upflip was a huge resource and I recommend checking them out. And this is not sponsored. It just worked for me, so I want to share that with you guys. This is the channel Upflip. I have a lot of followers now, and basically I just went on popular and I found this one. And this is a very, very, very good business that you guys should take a look at. This is the business I'm going to be, taking a lot of my information from, okay? And let me show you the YouTube channel that I actually used when creating my business. This was one of them. This was the second one I found, okay? And now it's bigger than the other one. But there's a spruce cleaning. This was, I think this was Bee's Knees. Or not Bee's Knees, a bee something. There was another one, spruce cleaning. As you can see, I've already watched a lot of these mobile detailing businesses because that's the route I am going now. Right here. Okay, this is the main video that I watched. It's from 2 years ago. And the crazy part is I built my business 2 years ago, and I was one of the first people to watch this video. And I took a lot of the stuff that they taught and implemented it in my business, okay? So that's what I mean by success leaves clues. You just have to go find the clues, okay? Nobody's gonna tell you, oh, here's a clue, here's a clue. You gotta go search for it, unless you have a mentor. They might help you. I never actually had a real life mentor. I've always had internet mentors, and it's possible, okay guys? But this is just an intro video, okay? So make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn the notifications on. I'm excited to start this journey with you guys. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, let me know, because I'll record it and I'll explain it or talk to you guys about it, or do whatever. But I'm really happy and excited to share this new business with you. Thanks for watching, guys.